How do you feel culture affects school systems, negative or positively? And does modern culture, do you think, plays a big or a small role?
I think culture definitely will affect a school system. Like you'll see in majority like black schools or Mexican schools where teachers will try to like change the curriculum as much as they can to make more examples. Like they'll probably read more African literature or Black American literature or more Mexican American literature depending on their culture, you know. Um, you see meshes of cultures, and sometimes there can be problems with that within schools, especially for minorities and predominantly white schools where their cultures are completely cut out almost, except for in instances where like whites have historically come into contact with that culture in terms of like slavery and then, you know, just any sort of movement against the white power. And what was the thing about
Do you
the
think it's a negative or a positive thing?
I think it's kind of both because, you know, you still kind of get an idea of what the culture is like, but in the negative way, you don't learn. You learn like stereotypes more often about the culture. So you don't really learn too much about it until you're older, and it doesn't really mean a lot. And oftentimes, you don't even learn anything at all about the culture.
Do you feel, and the third part was, does modern culture play a big or a small role?
I think modern culture definitely plays a big role in school systems because you see, like, depending on what's going on in the current society, will show up more often in schools. Like, you see, like, God, where was I going with this? Just like everything that happens in modern culture shows up in school systems. Like you'll see a lot of kids now are talking about homosexuality and how they feel about it because it's become a big issue in the United States with like Proposition A and same-sex marriages in the northeastern states. And that's a big part of our culture now that kids are talking about. You'll see a lot of more like political focus on abortion, like black like black black oppression now, because I know a lot of people still say there's a lot of racism in the United States, and you'll see, especially in mixed culture schools, how that plays into effect.